It is Thursday, February 26th, and at this point I am a complete 6 months into my fellowship, starting to go on 7 months, and I am finishing up a procedure morning. And at this point in fellowship, I'm essentially pretty well trained in a lot of things, so it's starting to get more into the advanced things. And this morning I'm in a surgical center setting, and essentially we're doing minor surgeries to whatever extent you might want to call that, where we're getting more invasive as far as access goes. So this is things like making incisions in the skin and kind of accessing deeper parts of the body, such as the vertebral body. I'm not too jazzed about a lot of these advanced procedures because I think if you want to do those, you should have more or less done something like surgery. But I don't want to be a surgeon. I want to be someone that does musculoskeletal care, which I think some of this is getting away from. However, there are some procedures that I'm very interested in that go within this category. That's something like the intercept procedure or the kyphoplasties, stuff like that, which are relatively basic still for the advanced world, but do provide some great relief for very certain things that can help people get back moving. So did that in the morning here. Did some really interesting cases with that. And then what's also neat is that I didn't expect to be getting hands-on as quickly doing these things as I have been. And the attending that I'm with is comfortable with me doing it as long as I'm pretty good, which I think I have good needle skills at this point. So getting lots of hands-on, which is amazing. Now it's off to clinic. We are finally back to something exciting in the vlogs. The first clip was from Thursday when I had my clinic day, and my brother actually flew in the night before because we were heading off to a trip, and that night we went to a Suns versus Lakers game, and I really wanted to go to this game. This was actually one of my Christmas gifts from Tessa, because this might be one of the last times you ever get to see LeBron live. Here he's on this play, giving the assist there, but this game ended up being very interesting. We thought it was going to be a blowout for the Suns because they currently suck. However, somehow the Suns actually came back and hit a buzzer beater for the win. This isn't the actual buzzer beater shot, but unfortunately LeBron actually looked a lot older during this match, which is kind of disappointing and sad to see. It's going to be the end of an era. But after that game, we went to check out a new ice cream spot called Novel Ice Cream. They have actually pretty dang good ice creams. And then because my brother's in town, we also try to get some golfing in. I have a half day on Friday, so after a clinic, I popped out onto the course, did a quick 9 holes, and this is one of my best drives that I've ever hit. It was probably 275 and right next to the green. We went to Trevor's Pizza, which I think is one of the best pizzas in Phoenix, if not the best. And then we were off on our trip. We went off to Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and this was actually the only ski trip of the year that we were able to do this year just because it's been so busy. And I guess it was kind of good because this has been a pretty bad snow season. So we got in on Saturday and immediately hit the slopes as quick as we could. They have night skiing at Steamboat, so we were able to get in on that and spent a couple of good hours on the slope, probably at least 3 to 4 hours on that first day. We had Indian food the first night because we hadn't really had any groceries or anything, but we did groceries and cooked most of the rest of the trip here. And then Steamboat is pretty gorgeous to some extent. The snow wasn't the greatest this year. However, the views were absolutely fantastic overlooking that valley back there. We had a trip of a group of at least, I think like 7 to 8 people on that group or in the trip. So we tried to stick together as much as we could, explore the mountain. Like I said, the snow wasn't great. It did snow a little bit while we were there. It didn't really help too much and make any of the conditions better. As you can see in this clip here, there were still lots of dirt and rock patches and exposed kind of areas. So we had to be pretty careful to avoid that. It's day 3. We went pretty hard the first 2 days. So pretty cooked. It's just my brother and I right now. And doing some moguls, legs feel cooked, so we're just chilling, laying down. Take it easy. We keep saying we're gonna do groomers, but we keep finding ourselves on moguls. Not the greatest planning. That's it for day 3. It's just the 2 of us now. Got our skis mounted, headed back up. We got like a mile of a walk uphill, which sucks. But we're all mounted, ready to go. All right, home stretch. We came from all the way down. I don't know if you can see it. Way down there where the slopes are. Over there. Now we're up here. Whew. This is as many calories as we burn skiing. These Twix ice cream bars after the slopes hit so good. We went to a natural hot springs afterwards, which was pretty nice. Limited filming because obviously people are in their bathing suits. So we're at this natural hot spring type thing. Let's see what it's all about.
Hot spring was pretty neat, and it's pretty much just, I still don't know the source of what's causing that water to be hot, but it was pretty nice. They also had a cold plunge, so I did some contrast bath, and it's definitely out of the way. The road there was a little bit sketch. This is just a little video of that, but overall, a great little unique feature of Steamboat. And that was pretty much it. We walked around the town on the last day to kind of explore what was there. The town of Steamboat is a cute little town. Definitely not like Vale or some of the other ones that are definitely more built up, but still a pretty nice town. And that was it for the trip. It was from Saturday until Wednesday, and then we traveled back directly to Phoenix and on to the next week.